I've been waiting to find one of these guys. And that just initially I thought was just a bottle top, but it is not. That is a glass stopper. How awesome is that? All right, I just started, and that might be my favorite find of the day. Look at the pretty thing. All right, I took about 2 steps, and then I saw this pretty thing popping out. And that's coming home with me. All right, and a couple more steps, and what do we have here? Right in my shadow of my detector. You see that? In the sun. There it is. Oh, look at that. A tiny little ball. I like that. Completely intact. Look at that thing. How's that for some milk bottle action? Okay. You gotta get down closer to the ground to see. I can't believe the little things coming out of this area. Look at this. I think it's a twist off, but that is a beautiful little bottle. You can just see all the stuff peeking out of the sand. Look at that. I like how it's worn out a little bit. Oh, was I even showing that? Look at this. Isn't that a great little bottle? I love it. I love it. That might be a decent bottle right there. Right out of that hole, very deep signal. Not a great one, but it was in the gold range. I had to go deep for it. And that is an old, worn out signet ring. There might be an initial there, but there is some marking, and it's either 10K, I think it's 10K. First gold of the day. Awesome. Still finding bottles. Look at what popped up when I was digging for a signal. I think that's an old ink. Got a great little design on it. Oh, look at that. It's got something written on it. Esquire. Ah, it's got a crack in it. Oh, wow. Scuff Cote. Scuff Cote. Esquire. Ah, rotten crack. Nice. Packed in there. I can't stop and get 2 feet detecting without seeing something incredibly cool. Look at this. Oh. How awesome is that? If people only knew when they lost this stuff how much joy it would bring me to find it. You might have to charge me for it. I just got down and lifted up about 8 stones here so I can get a lower reading. Dug a few hits, faint signals, tossed it over here, great signal. What is that? Oh my goodness. Does that not look like a half silver size, half dollar size? Look at that. I don't know what it is. Piece of lead. Mercury dime. On the board for a religious medal. Had to happen today. Look at that tiny little guy. Excellent, St. Christopher. I'm just grabbing all my favorites today. I can't believe it. Look at this guy carrying a box and a little mustache. How cool is he? Lead toy, walking carrying a box. I'm not sure what's in there, but he's got an awesome hat and an awesome mustache. It's so funny that I thought this thing was a piece of pottery. Well, Christine gave me some good luck, even though this is only part of it. That is a ring with the stone on top. Strange looking. But there is some design on the side. Yeah, that's something to take a look at when I get home. Number 2 for the day. Very nice. Sure looks silver, but it didn't come up silver. Now that last piece I just showed, I missed my pocket and it fell down into my waders. Now it's sitting down by my foot, and I'm gonna fight my obsessive compulsive disorder to take my waders off right now and get it, because I know it can't go anywhere, but it's gonna drive me nuts. In any event, I pulled this up right next to me. I can feel it by my foot. It's safe. Didn't score on a ton of coins today. I got that mark earlier and a bunch of Wheaties. But towards the end of the day, I just pulled a 1937 Buffalo. That's an interesting piece. Came up with a screaming signal because all that copper on it. Sure looks like something I should know what it is, but I do not know what that is. A makeup piece. Interesting.
Dad, are you still putting the silverware you find in the drawers?
Based on the current, you can tell there's an awful lot of wind out here today. I pulled this Coca-Cola ball out of the sand thinking it was a little bit older, but we're dating this one somewhere between the 60s and 70s. Look at that pretty piece that just popped out. And just scored this pretty piece of milk glass. That guy. Perfume maybe? Not sure. That was right before I pulled, or right after I pulled that one. I'll take a couple. Did not expect to see this one pop out. We got a cobalt blue. It's looking a decent size. I hope it's intact. Oh, rats. The top is broken. All right, we get a second chance at a big cobalt blue. I think this is the back end. It's, it's starting to move already. All let's see. Back end looks intact. And the front is intact. Look at that pretty thing. All right. I always look for one bottle that I can go home with, and I think that's going to be the one. It's a twist off, but that's 20s, 30s maybe. Maybe 30s, 40s, but a great, great color. Well, we're in kind of a new, but an old spot. I used to go here about 4 or 5 years ago. Side of a mountain on a county park that used to be an old horse park. And they obviously use this side of a mountain as a dump. And when we get good rainstorms, things start to pop out. So, look at this cool piece. It's metal. Not really sure what it is, but it's decorative. And it's all in one piece. Now I'm gonna guess this is either a regular belt or something horse related, but it's gonna also have a buckle on it. It is a regular belt. That's crazy. Nice brass buckle. Not really buying that this stuff is super old. Probably 60s and 70s. But you can see they dumped a lot of stuff here. Look at this little mini I picked out. Look at that tiny little guy. Most of the bottles here are late 60s, 70s, even 80s. But